I've been out getting ready to do a few things. Did a little bit of clay work. It's actually ceramics, or traditional ceramics, so making dishes, pottery out of clay by hand. Another neat thing about clay, when you work with it, if your body is dehydrated, you dehydrate the clay. Your body absorbs the water out of the clay, because when you work with it, you're having that interaction with the clay. It's neat. It's more of a relationship than working with an object. So some of the clay that they have is actually harvested from nature. So they'll go up to the rivers and they'll pull the materials that they need out of nature and build up the clay that way. That clay is a lot harder to work with than the stuff that you can get processed and ready for people to do craft with. So that was also interesting. Some neat conversations in my time there, and I go back a few more times. But in this short set here, you're going to hear us talking about the brie. So I had an invite, a personal invite, to go and spend some time with the brie and meet the brie shaman. So this is a traditional native group out here. My understanding was that they were next to impossible to get to, but I was invited out, got excited about it, and I'm going to go. And based on the discussion that you're going to hear here today, I'm going to go and see if this brie shaman is real, or if it's a touristy thing. Okay, so maybe I won't go to that brie thing. I don't want some tourist fake experience. I don't want to support that kind of thing.
Yes, but it's different if they go with you for a walk to a waterfall and you see the process of the cacao, but it doesn't matter if they go a feather or they have the faces paint, the process of cacao is the same.
Yeah.
So you can see like that for real.
Okay.
Or there's different celebrations that happen right now, no, but you can go there and visit the celebration they're having. So it's, but this Awati and the shaman,
okay.
Sometimes for me it's like that's so unfair, because for me as a tourist, sometimes when I go places like I want a Maya ritual in the lake Atitlan, and they come and die with, I don't know, candles and do a shooby dance like that.
From Watson, quote, "Crystalline structures in clay are even more lifelike than regular geometric mineral crystals, arranging themselves into complex layered structures which have the capacity to evolve. They grow and change, absorbing other molecules into their fabric, responding to changes in their environment by finding and using new patterns and ploys. Clays, in other words, are self-starting, self-assembling, and self-replicating. Yes, clay evolves. Clay demonstrates many of the hallmarks of what we call life. In fact, new scientific research is looking at the strong possibility that life originated from clay. Clays are catalysts and can replicate, says one study for the National Center for Biotechnology. The origin of life, it says, began in the clay world.
Lechuga, repollo, remolacha, tomate, brócoli, coliflor. Todo bueno y barato a la vista y la lechuga.
Y el abanico, sí.
So I drank lots of water last night and today to make sure that I'm not trying out the clay this time.
There is a celebration that is coming, is Jala de la Piedra.
Okay.
It's a ceremony ritual that they do once per year.
Okay.
And they need to bring this very heavy, huge stone from the river.
Yeah.
And this is like the pillar of the community. So they are like, I don't know how many persons pulling and pushing this, and they sing and they move all these huge rock to the community,
Right.
and it's a very beautiful because it's real. They
Yeah.
are not faking
Right.
carrying this rock, and this is I never been. I want to, and they sing and they yes chant, eat, and it's a celebration because it's a how do you say communal work.
Yes. Mhm.
So you can feel the essence of the community there. You know?
Yeah, good. So they mentioned that to me.
Uh-huh.
They're talking about the big grinding stones that they grind the cacao on.
Yes.
And he was saying we do a ceremony here where everyone gets together and they move the big stones back into
Yes.
the community.
Yes.
And they sing because when they sing, the stone becomes lighter.
Yes.
So we talked about that for a bit. That was neat.
It's gonna be now in September.
Oh, okay.
La
Hmm.
Jala de la Piedra. Okay, ¿cómo sientes el peso? How do you feel the weight? Sí. How do you manage that? Like, how to create this relationship and vessel to be there for her, but at the same time, like pushing a bit, like to okay, now go fly.
Yeah. Well, it's hard. Um, I'm just blowing off some emotion there. It's hard because you create this close bond and you're there for them and they reach for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then our job as parents, I think, is to help them find their independence.
Yes.
And I knew, like, she'll be good, and I'll know she's doing okay the day she forgets to call me. And part of it too, like, we start to identify with being mom or dad, and that's who we are for a while. So then as the kids move on, I found myself in that place, like, okay,
What I am.
what am I now? Right? And I think that's the process of life, the ladders of life, where we grow and become something different,
Yes.
and we can hold on to what we were.
Yes.
What is that saying? A snake who does not shed its skin must die. So we have to change. It's part of life.
Is the fear of the change is the enemy of the freedom.
Yeah.